there. Next slide. Women love mysterious men who play hard to get, who present themselves as challenges, who don't give away the store, who don't woo, chase, or appease, and who don't assume the role of the emotional tampon. In other words, be a bit of a jerk or a lot of a jerk, as the situation or the type of girl may call for. Again, it's easier, to lead with asshole game and not be supplicating than to show up as a nice guy and then have to ramp your asshole game up. There's a simple word in game that you need to learn and understand it, especially if you have some type of like inner resistance to being an asshole. It's called calibration. You can adjust like a volume, 1 to 10. A girl that's younger, more self-possessed, just got guys banging her phone, banging her, you're going to have to hit that 8, 9, maybe even 10 on the asshole meter. A girl that's taken a few more hits in her life, she's older, she's not where she used to be, maybe a 6 or 7. But make no mistake, they still like asshole game. So you have to calibrate it. You have to move it around. And sometimes even seasoned players will miss thinking they don't need a lot. And then all of a sudden they're caught short and she's shit testing him and he has to raise it up. He has to turn the asshole volume up. So just know it's easier to come off as cocky, funny, or asshole game. And then lower it according to where you're seeing this girl at than to show up nice and then have to raise it up. The second one is far more confusing and it throws girls off and not in a good way. But again, women want to chase. Yes, before you start fucking her regularly, you are going to have to make everything happen. I think this is very confusing for men. They're always like, well, girls should chase me. I'm so high value, whatever. Why aren't they approaching me? Why aren't they calling me? Well, they're hardwired not to. So you have to approach open, ask them out, take them out, make sex happen, and then you rinse and repeat. You just keep showing up or having her show up and you make sex happen. Because to her, it just happened, even though you had to plan it, you had to work at logistics, you had to get her there. These are the things that matter. Again, but after you bang a girl 3 or 4 times within that first week to 10 days, you will see a change in momentum where they begin to chase you. This is a vast majority. Sometimes they'll start chasing you earlier. Sometimes they'll just make it what we call just yes girls. They'll just make it easy to get them in bed the first time, second, third, fourth, and they're chasing you at that point. So and they're happiest. Girls are happiest when they're chasing a high value man that they're having sex with and they're chasing him for that commitment. This is what girls live for. That and having babies. After that, other than that, they're not interested. So women love a mysterious man. Don't give away the whole store. You don't have to tell her everything you know. Just let your absence, let the gaps, let her use her imagination. That's where a lot of guys, they are inclined, and guys are, what would you say, default is to take action. So they're like, oh, I haven't talked to her. I need to call her. I need to text her. I need to get her in front. Yes, definitely get her in front of you. But girls need time. Girls start to become attracted to men in their absence. When they're away from you, they got a little bit of an idea of who you are, but they will fill in the gaps. And Bunny's really good about explaining this. Like, they'll set up an entire narrative in their head that is not necessarily based in any reality, but from bits and pieces of information she does have about you, from what you told her, what her friends know, what social media shows her about you. And she can start putting a narrative together. And that's the more time a girl is thinking about you, the more attracted to you she becomes. So that's where you let some space do your heavy lifting. Let her imagination do your heavy lifting. That's why women love mysterious men who are hard to get, who present themselves as challenges. You have other girls vying for your time. They're not used to this, who don't give away the store, who don't chase them, and who don't assume the role of the emotional tampon. She starts talking about another dude. You go, hey, don't you have any like girlfriends that you can talk to about this stuff? And you change the subject. So you keep things on a level of we're going to talk about and move towards sex every time. In other words, be a bit of a jerk or a lot of a jerk as the situation or the type of girl may call for. Remember the word calibration. Calibrating your approach to the girl in front of you will help you close more girls faster, which will in turn help you close more girls faster. And that's the real deal. Thank you, Chateau Hartis, for that bit